What's good, what's good, what's good? Here we are on another amazing episode of Con Puros Compas Podcast. ¿Cómo andamos? Su compa Carlos Rodríguez.
Y su compa Alvaro.
Aquí andamos, compadres. Empezamos rapidito antes de presentarles a nuestro invitado de honor.
Yes.
We want to send a quick shout out to our sponsors, the guys behind us, Casa Humilde Cervecería and Casa Humilde Coffee.
Yes.
For people like me that don't drink too much beer. Damn, bro, you gotta hide that shit.
Shit,
You
right?
can, wow, you
God
just
damn,
toasted,
I just
bro.
fucked it up.
Grab the bag and put it in front of it.
We're gonna blur. We're finally gonna blur some shit out. And shit. First
Wrong
day of
cup, bro.
First day of the
Es que todavía
sponsorship.
no llegan las
Fucked
casas.
up.
Yeah, first day of sponsorship is just
God
ended.
Damn it. My bad, guys.
Barn.
Never mind. Can you guys give me a glass of water, please?
Shout out to the Mexican Jay-Z, who's on the sound, on the camera. Also, Mills for Less, M4L, Mufflers for Less, Damon and Roscoe Village. Go get that silencer on that muffler. Ya se la saben. Mi compa José Cermeño, one of the best welders / muffler people that we know. And I only know about two of them, so he's right there.
He's the only one I know.
Top two.
He's number one in my book. Only one I know. He's number one in my book.
He's top two in my book.
Thanks, G.
Salud para José Cermeño. La sección.
Sección.
Mi compa Sammy found out who's going to be guest today. He fucking Ubered it today, bro. He's like, fuck my ride.
He ran here. He was all wet when he got here.
So Sammy's here. Our boy Mechudo, he's been camera assistant for the time being.
Cameraman's touch.
And La Predilecta in the house in the back, having some AMGs. Empezamos y queremos darle la bienvenida y dar las gracias a mi compa Fernando Saucedo por echarse la vuelta a platicar con nosotros.
Oh, yeah.
You guys might have seen him in Conjunto Dezibel and also on El Guacpad on this season. So, muchos saludos y muchas gracias por venir, mi compa Fern. ¿Cómo anda?
Thank you. No, pues aquí andamos al 100 bien puestos y gracias por la invitación, de veras. Pues it's a privilege, for me, venir a compartir con ustedes un rato de charla, de plática, de cotorreo,
Así es, bro. I was telling you earlier, and I wanted to mention on air just so I could stay on here and record it because, and I'll name drop a couple of the young guys I was telling you about before that had mentioned, we'll talk music, and then obviously como cualquier, me imagino, músico aquí en Chicago empieza a hablar de who you like, who do you look up to, and as a singer and as this and bajo sextero, bajo quintero, whatever the case may be. And your name comes up frequently, man. My good friend Sammy, that's why he's here. A big shout out to my very good friend, ex-colleague Andres Lerma. Would always fucking bring you up. Him and Sammy always bringing you up. And to me, that's just like the young next generation. Que obviamente me imagino que hay muchos más que would come up to you, and the amount of years that you've put into it, which is about how many years?
About 22 years.
Okay, so that's exactly why also I wanted you to come on here, because
years.
all these young guys that are 21, I mean, imagine that.
Yeah.
He's been playing your lifetime.
Your whole life.
Yeah.
That definitely is someone to look up to.
I mean, at the end of the day, that's the big message. Also, like the guys that you do look up to, there's a reason why. It's nowadays, I don't know how you feel about this new generation, but nowadays it's very easy to goat everybody. And by goat, I mean, the fucking dude that's playing 2 years and everyone's giving him fucking goat emojis, and she's like, are you serious?
Like, you become a goat overnight, right?
Dude, it just, I mean, no disrespect, but I just feel like it's disrespectful in a sense. I mean, maybe just because I'm old now. Is that like an old, how I know I'm old? Because I'm complaining about the young kids goating everybody.
Back in my day.
Yeah. But I mean, I don't know if that's something. How do you see the GOAT theory? Do you agree with that, or cómo ves?
I don't disagree. I mean, I think it's just the way that they use it. Pero I mean, obviously, when they post that or when they say that, es porque la persona, trae algo que, que sí de veras
Les agrada.
les agrada or catches their, their attention or whatever. I, este, I wouldn't consider myself, a goat. There's a lot of people that I admire, a lot of people that I have learned from, a lot of people that, I look up to, but yeah, pretty much.
So who would you go? Who's your goat in your instrument? How we do? Are we okay? Si sale bien ahí his sound, or do we need to? Yeah. All right. Just say it.
A person or a couple of people that I grew up really admiring, and I suppose it was because they did both play and sing.
Okay.
Was Cornelio Reina and Eliseo Robles, because I'm norteño de corazón. That's my my stuff. It's funny because en el género que trabajo ahorita, like antes no me gustaba.
Totalmente como nah, I'm fine.
Yeah, I was completely good without it. De hecho, I would try to stay away from it.
You would avoid it.
But obviously, things have changed. The music has evolved. There's a lot of great musicians, ahora que, le están metiendo ondas nuevas y making it more, more fun.
Yeah.
More interesting.
So by you saying that it evolved, do you mean that maybe before you thought it wasn't musically as intricate as you liked it, the genre, and now it is more?
I think it's partially that, and also because I really didn't grow up around that music or that sound.
Yeah.
Pero, I mean, come to think about it, I don't think I grew up with Cornelio Reina either. But I guess it must have been more present in my life.
Yeah.
And the other stuff, like the norteño con sax.
Yeah.
It was just, to me, and a mi forma de ver o de escuchar, it was just like it all kind of sounded the same to me. Pero like I said, things have definitely, changed and evolved.
That's for sure.
And very much.
So those are your two on your Mount Rushmore of your instrument.
Yeah, well, because it takes extra effort, to play well and sing at the same time, and to play as good as they did and sing at the same time as good as they did.
Right.
Or they do, because Eliseo's
still rocking it.
Yeah, I think, they deserve my, ¿cómo se dice?
Your
my admiration.
Yeah, your admiration.
Yeah.
And you just crowned them goats.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that you didn't grow up listening to. So what did you grow up to? Or with?
Well, my dad, he's a musician as well. Y él viene del rancho, Él toca violín, toca guitarra. He plays a little bit of everything, Very, very basic, pero pues él me dio mis primeros jalones de oreja, en cuanto a la música. Y so I grew up listening to him con música de rancho, de violín, tololoche, guitarra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's literally what you were.
Yeah, that's what most of my life, en todas las fiestas familiares, they would get together and jam out, and yeah.
So you do come from a family, music family background.
Yes.
The majority of your family, you would say?
I have, well, my father is the only musician in su familia de él.
Mm-hmm.
Y then I have an uncle that's the only musician in my mom's side of the family.
On the other side, okay.
So it was just basically
Ahí empezó. And
them
then,
too, yeah.
And then now you and your brother?
Oh, yeah, my brother también is. Yeah, but we kind of started off together with my brother.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I remember you're from Michoacán, right? Like the family, or no?
Yes, I am.
You
from
are.
Michoacán.
Because I know that's very violin oriented.
Yeah.
Shout out to my compadre Roca. I think his dad plays the violin.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought Roca played the violin.
No, his dad plays the violin,
Roca's
bro.
been holding it from us the whole time that he plays the violin.
Yeah, cuando viene el papá de Texas, they jam. He busts out the violin. His kid Jacob lo acompaña o lo he visto que lo acompaña and everything. So I'm familiar with that. And also, like, are you related? I'm sorry, but are you like to Arturo Vargas and those guys?
Um,
Because I see them because
I'm
of the
sure.
violin, right?
I'm sure, and they're probably gonna se van a enojar conmigo. I'm sure we are down the
Yeah.
line somehow. I don't recall right now exactly how, pero y aparte de eso, we grew up together.
Okay, there you go.
So siempre nos hemos dicho primos.
Okay.
So yeah, you can say we are.
Yeah, because they also did the
Yeah.
family comes from the violin
Yeah,
background.
well, their
Manny's
dad.
dad too, right?
Ajá, también
Yeah.
Matilde, yeah.
Yeah.
Arturo and Martin's father was really good friends with my father y siempre se juntaban y intercambiaban violines y que el mío's mine's better than yours.
Do you know how to play the violin, bro?
I don't, man. I love listening to it and I love, watching them play, pero nunca me ha llamado la atención agarrarlo y try to. And my dad wants me to. He's always wanted me to, but
So you never even tried it, or you tried it, or you
no,
didn't
no,
like
no.
it.
I've never que días que I mean lo he agarrado and I've just jugando,
Yeah.
pero que me haya puesto yo a tratar de sacar algo, no. I've never messed with it, no.
Okay.
And maybe one day,
Yeah.
para
It's never too late.
para ¿cómo se dice? Darle el gusto a mi dad,
También.
Who knows? Decibel,
That would-
Decibel con
I just
violín.
might.
You never
Oh,
know.
yeah.
You never
Meterle
know.
un little feature.
Yeah.
How many 22 years as a musician? Out of those 22 years, how many years would you say you've been going at it, like in the music scene, in the Chicago scene? Is it the food? Like I'm saying, like like in the nightclubs and all that shit.
Pues yeah, that's pretty much when I started, like really
Like working and everything.
working
Yeah.
y tomando la música en serio. That's probably been
That's how long it's
that-
been?
Yeah,
Man,
yeah, because
you know,
I messed with it before and I was, I was in a couple of groups before cuando me puse serio fue en un grupo que se llamaba Balazo Norteño.
okay.
That was like
Saludos.
that was like the first norteño group that I was in.
Okay.
Yeah. Pero before that, pues I was in a grupo versátil. We pretty much did, the basement practices
Those good old days.
and then,
What were you doing there? Playing like electric guitar or what?
I was playing electric guitar,
Yeah.
yeah, and I would sing here.
Did
and
it have
there.
a name or no? The group.
It was called Tierna Imagen
Okay.
because everybody was really young.
Yeah. No, and that was the thing. I
The
remember a
dope
group
name,
named
I
La Nueva
dig it.
Imagen. That's a group I used to know back in the day.
Good name for like
Nueva
Sammy's
Imagen.
band.
Yeah.
Tierna
Tierra
Imagen.
Imagen for Sammy's group, new group.
Maybe if you go
Saludos.
solo, Sammy.
Saludos a toda la familia Villegas. They're
Oh, yeah,
the first
salud.
ones to give me an opportunity. They invited me to their band, and we were there. I want to say maybe 4 years. Just learning and practicing and playing little family parties. Y see, that's where I started.
So
And
singing has always been a part of it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
How was the transition from electric guitar to like abajo sexto or whatever it was that you were playing at that time?
It was
'Cause
difficult.
it's different, right?
It is different. Y luego pues yo tocaba guitarra eléctrica, which is like really really soft and comfortable. It wasn't even like the clásica que le tienes que, rascar duro y
Yeah.
So yeah, agarrando un instrumento eléctrico a un bajo sexto acústico y de 12 cuerdas, it was different. It was
Pretty
tough.
rough.
Yeah.
How do you you look back? I don't know how many times you've sat down now with now that you have Decibel. I think you could say it's something that you made and you have from when you started to now. Do you look back and say like, fuck, all these bands that I went through, and now I'm happy I got what I got. That struggle, I don't know if that's the right word, but the how do you keep going? Like, what made you keep going? Because I think at a point in a musician's life, it comes to a point where like, God damn, it's not working out again, or
Uh-huh.
shit like that. Like,
Yeah, yeah. I've definitely been there a couple of times,
right.
where I'm like, man, like que te dan ganas de aventar la toalla and
Como cuando me va a tocar a mí, kind of thing, in a way.
yeah, pero I mean, lo que pasa es que you live different experiences and different bands y and yeah, pues obviously, like a few of those times it didn't work out for X reason, pero and yeah, like I was like decepcionado y whatever,
Hmm.
pero I'm like, no, I need to take everything that I've learned, porque hasta de lo malo se aprende, like
Totalmente. Se
like
aprende a más,
take
pienso yo.
take everything que no me ha gustado de este grupo, y aprender y hacerlo diferente,
And don't do it.
right,
Yeah.
y pues sí, I mean, I guess honestly speaking, music is something that's gonna be in my life, till
Yeah.
my last day, Es algo que crecí con él, o sea, con ello, y it's like, it's deeply rooted, in me. So I really can't say, no, pues un día I'm just gonna shut it down. Because
You're not.
I don't want to,
Yeah.
Sí me he desilusionado y he perdido la esperanza y whatever, pero I don't know, like it just always finds me, or it always comes back to me, o me empiezan a llamar, or whatever, and I can't say no, porque
It's
pues, me
that
gusta.
it's that muse, man. It
Yeah.
doesn't let you go either, You
Yeah,
it doesn't necessarily always like finds you. I think all of a sudden you're like find it, like
Yeah.
that creative song, and because you write,
yeah.
Um,
I haven't in a little while, pero it's getting to that time again.
yeah.
Yeah.
The other thing, you're gonna call me creep, bro, but yeah, and these are little things that I was thinking today. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna bring this shit up, even though I'm gonna sound like a straight up creep,
Creepy old guy.
creepy old guy. Many years ago, you youngins are not gonna probably remember, um, and I don't mean this in a bad way to Angel. Saucedo. Are you related to Angel Saucedo?
I am.
Oh shit. Okay. Well,
I
I don't
am.
mean it in a bad way.
No, he's I believe he's like primo tercero,
Okay.
something like that.
So many years ago, I know you remember because I admired your comment. Back then, I just would see from afar from fucking Facebook, and uh, they had done that move. They were so eager and hungry. You remember when they did the whole traileros,
Yeah,
and everyone was like congratulating them or whatnot. And I think you were the only guy that kept it very real. And I'm like, man, that's a motherfucker that you have to take into consideration as far as like his opinion, because your opinion was like, why are you doing this? Like, you guys are so young and so good. Like, do your own thing. Don't try to go off anyone's back, like the name and whatnot,
Yeah.
because it was like
Mhm.
him and like San Juan, right, or something
Yeah.
like back in that day.
No tienen necesidad o no tenía necesidad, because they're very
Yeah,
talented,
I mean, look at him now. Exactly.
They're very, very talented, and Ángel, pues también, he's got a very, very good voice. No se diga como toca,
Correct.
San Juan también, Obviously, cada quien es libre de hacer lo que quiera con su vida, y yo no, I don't mess with anybody's, choices or whatever. Pero I mean, si alguien dijo algo and I felt the need to just kind of, I don't know, to give my 2 cents,
Right.
Casi no soy de las personas que me gusta estar, ahí
Dando
en
los
el
2 cents.
chisme,
Yeah.
or whatever, but occasionally, if I feel the need, yeah, and I probably did say something, to that effect, like I've always believed that they're very talented, and I don't think they they really had the need to do that. They could go one of many ways.
Right.
En vez de por ahí.
Yeah, when I seen that back then, I remember that I read it, and I'm like, man, you know what? Like, there has to be a person. And at that time, I thought, well, maybe you guys are obviously like related, and hay la confianza, but I was right there with your sentiment.
Actually, disculpa que te
No,
interrumpa. We are related, pero we didn't really get close until ya, que hasta que él ya andaba, en la música y whatever. O sea, no es como que, pues ellos andaban por allá y yo por acá,
Right.
So no lo hice por eso exactamente, because he's related to me or anything.
Yeah.
I just do have an admiration for anybody that's got, that amount of talent. And, maybe I wasn't, hoping que lo viera y que pensara, like,
Yeah.
it's true, like I should do.
I think that's even worth more, bro, knowing that part, because at that time I thought it was just more like, hay confianza, a lo mejor son primos, the last name, uno
no, not
asumiendo.
necessarily, no.
I think that even gives it more merit, bro, that you stepped in or said something to that sense, in a non-offensive, just like, hey, man. And again, it's these, the younger minds that want everything kind of faster and
Yeah.
all that, and it's just a matter of time.
That's
I
probably
think, right?
what it was,
Yeah.
que se, alguien les habló bonito and they're like, look,
Oh, for sure.
you're gonna go here, here, and here, and you guys are gonna be,
¿Cuántas veces se han hablado bonito a ti,
stars.
bro?
¿Ah?
¿Cuántas veces se han hablado bonito a ti? Una buena historia donde te hayan hablado bonito y que a lo mejor dijiste, pues déjale
Hombre,
Carlo.
ya perdí la cuenta. There's always a person that, that thinks that they can, hacer y deshacer. But ya uno ya se sabe esos rollos,
Yeah.
Ya dice Bebe de la Ley del Norte, ya estoy curado de espanto.
Hey, sí. Salud para señor Bebe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Talk to me a little bit about that now that you brought him up. Talk to me about Bebe. For you, what does he mean to you? What is he, the significance of Bebe in your music career?
Bebe is a good friend of mine. Él ha jugado un role, un papel,
Un
or
papel,
whatever. Importante en mi vida musical porque de él aprendí mucho, Cuando yo conocí a Bebe, yo estaba tocando en un bar, en una barra que estaba por la 55 y la Homen. Se llamaba La Sirena.
Ah, cómo no. Okay.
Yeah,
Muy bonito recuerdo de la sirena.
Usted la conocía personally, compadre.
Era cuando
La
yo
sirena.
estaba con Balazo Norteño
Okay.
y agarramos ese little, espacio. Danix, right?
Danix, cómo no. Saludos para Danix.
Danix, Chacho, I don't know. if
I
you
know
know
Chacho, yeah.
Y un señor, un muchacho, porque en ese tiempo todavía estaba, bastante joven, que vino de Monterrey, Nuevo León, que se llama Omar, en la batería.
Okay.
Muy buen baterista. Y ahí estábamos tocando, y mi hermano.
That was Balazo
Javier.
Norteño.
Ujú.
Oh.
Y
Shit.
estábamos tocando
Nice squad.
y de repente empezaron a ir músicos y luego next weekend más músicos.
It became like a spot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like yo creo que como en un mes ese lugar estaba lleno every weekend y puros músicos. Like everybody would, I guess, finish their gigs y boom, todos le caían ahí. It was like that was a spot to go.
Kind of like a what Ella's is now in a way. Like when los músicos van on Thursday and shit like that.
Sí, nomás que las está bonito. Yeah.
Sí, sí. Totalmente. Yeah.
Same thing, but it looks
Pero más
different.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Classier version.
That's where you met him.
y ahí empezó a caer él también, I guess he heard something or whatever, maybe le gustó que todos se juntaban allí y ahí le empezó a caer. And then de repente un día fui a la barra a agarrar un traguillo y se me arrima. And then he's like, he already knew my name. He's like, ¿entonces qué, Fernando? Dice, ¿vamos a México o qué?
Like that. That was his.
Oh shit.
Was that like his first sentence ever to you?
Man, I want to say yeah. I'm pretty sure, or maybe that's what what stuck. What
That's
I
awesome.
remember.
Yeah.
Pero it was like that. He's like, entonces qué, Fernando, vamos a México o qué?
That's cool. He probably came in your ear and was like,
Y pues en ese entonces,
Te habló bonito.
la ley de
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
la ley del norte todavía en ese tiempo todavía
Oh, se la
andaban,
rifaba, sí.
andaban bien, todavía tenían radio play, andaban bien, andaban tocando every weekend, salían mucho y pues a mí se me hizo,
Like,
I thought
damn.
he was joking, he's like, so I'm like, sí, vamos.
And obviously you knew who he was and everything.
Yeah, I know who he was. My family actually había contratado a la Ley del Norte since I was small, para fiestas,
Privada y
que
todo.
15 años, que bodas, que the bigger parties.
He was the man.
Yeah. Y le platico a mi chaparringuis que de hecho cuando yo tenía maybe, I don't know, 12, unos 12 años, 11 por ahí, yo había dicho, like, I don't remember, I told somebody, my parents or somebody, like one day, I'm gonna play with them, because back then they were, andaban con
Sí,
Fonovisa,
con Fonovisa.
they were the
Andaban
shit here in
movidos.
Chicago.
Andaban
They were-
movidotes, yeah.
y no nomás aquí, they were doing things. So, yeah, esa vez se me arrimó. He's like, entonces, ¿qué, Fernando? ¿Vamos a México? And I'm like, vamos. And he's like, no, que ando buscando a alguien que vaya conmigo, que esto, que el otro, que I guess they had problems or issues with their bajo cestero. Rest in peace, Rafa, I don't know if you know.
The G?
G.
Yeah.
G. Y así fue en caliente la cosa. Oh, actually no. Actually le dije, ahorita ando bien aquí or whatever, pero deme unos días, deje pensarlo, whatever, y yo le hablo. Y de pura casualidad, we had like a big argument or big fight entre the guys de balazo y ya se andaban queriendo agarrar unos. And I'm like, man, this is a sign.
Yeah, it's pushing me.
This is a sign. And I'm like, I tell them, I'm up, Y sí, y le hablé y le dije, ¿cuándo nos vamos?
Damn.
And it was así en caliente, Y sí, eso pasó yo creo que en noviembre, and in December, we were like on our way to Mexico.
Oh, shit. How old were you then, bro?
Man, yo soy malo para acordarme
Yeah.
de los años y todo ese rollo, pero
Before 21?
it must have been when it must have been like in 2000, 2001,
Yeah.
2001 por ahí. I don't know, 2001, 2002, más o menos. Yeah, 2002, I think.
So you ended up doing the Mexico thing. Sí,
Ajá,
fueron.
nos fuimos de tour como por casi 2 meses a México. We were playing en Michoacán, en Guerrero, Durango, San Luis Potosí, Guanajuato.
Was that like a fucking, like a shock for you? Because you're
It
coming out of
was.
local.
It was. I was
You're
like,
in La Sirena, bro.
I know.
No,
To
neta,
me-
like, you're in La Sirena, then you're in Mexico, güey, for
to
2
me,
months.
To me, así, I was like, I andaba por allá, and I was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Is this real? Y sí, andaba like, I was excited, I was, no todas las veces, o no todo el tiempo que estuvimos allá, like, fue, ¿cómo te digo? There was a couple gigs that didn't go so good, y
Yeah,
whatever.
so no
Siempre
todo fue
hubo
exitoso.
éxito.
Yeah,
y la
todo
chingada.
no todo fue exitoso, pero
Pero fue
still,
una experiencia poca
fue la
madre.
primera vez que me tocó viajar en un grupo y en el grupo que yo desde niño había dicho,
At that time, you could have said,
play.
"Fuck, my dream come true."
yeah, yeah,
You're on
that's what it
tour
was.
with
That's
yeah.
exactly what it was. Y yo le decía siempre, y todavía le digo a Roberto, like, yo todavía soy, fanático de la Ley del Norte.
Yeah.
You know?
What else is it? I mean,
Oh man, pues,
that's a lot of years. The only reason I'm asking, like, how old were you? Because I always take back like analogies, like, I'll look back. Hopefully, one day I can look back, not because he's in the room, but like if I look back when Sammy's like, older, 9 years down the road, he's 30. You know, now when I see like the Secta guys in the Nueva Elección, I say, oh, man, I had them or they were with me or we were together when they were 16,
Mm-hmm.
Now I see them at 25, 26, and it makes me very proud and happy.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm like, well, I wonder, what he feels when he sees you and your success. And
I don't know, man. Veve's a hard person to read, and he's not very
expressive, right?
He's
Yeah.
not. No, he's a funny guy, and
He is
he's
funny.
cool. Es bien buena onda y todo, pero he's not very like emotionally expressive.
Yeah.
So I couldn't tell you, what
Yeah.
he feels.
Right.
I mean, I think he would have to feel good because I see a lot of people come onto the podcast or to the guac pod and they're always like, man, bebe, 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 you know?
Yeah.
And it sounds like he must enjoy, putting his knowledge out there to everybody because, I mean, he's done it forever.
Yeah.
And there's so many people that I hear talk and it always, hey, bebe this, bebe taught me my first blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah. I went to classes with him. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure he enjoys it. He just,
Does it
typical,
express, yeah?
typical older
Yeah,
Mexican. They
Yeah.
don't know how to. They don't know how to show.
Show the love or the
Everything,
the
yeah.
emotion.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that's my only not regret because what the fuck did I know at 12 years old, but I wished I would have known Bebe, and I wished I would have took classes with Bebe because I was never with Bebe and I fucking admire him and when I see him fucking it is a joyous feeling for me and me not even being connected to him in that way, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. If I could, and a little side story real quick. Sergio from Héroes del Norte, maybe about 3-4 years ago, he gave me a call and he's like, this is when, thankfully at that time, Aguacate was doing a lot of bailes and everything was going very well at that time with the baile. I think maybe El Rey or whatever it is, right? Point is that he called me, he's like, hey, I'm calling you because I think you're the only one that might be interested in doing something like this, but, you guys should really think about doing an homenaje for Bebe. And prior to him telling me, I had already told the Reino guys, hey, we should do an homenaje. Because do you remember, I don't know if you remember that I brought this guy, Luis Cadena?
Yeah.
And right after that, I told my partner, Luis Saavedra, shout out, and Fry, and then I mentioned it to Tito and them, like, hey, you know what? We should really do something for Bebe. And that's me saying it without me being a student of Bebe.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I like to call myself a fucking Chicago music historian. Like I respect, whoever is due that respect.
Yeah.
And he's somebody that is way past overdue that
Yeah.
respect.
For sure.
And the thing is that, como cualquier cosa, como cualquier familiar, like, why wait and celebrate him when he's not around? Like, I don't get why no one has. Like, I don't get why none of his.
We've actually been talking about it for también a while,
Yeah.
like, y también le he dicho a Daniel de Héroes y también creo que a Tony Obi Vargas,
King Bass.
Shout out.
King Bass.
Damn, that just won himself.
I've mentioned it to a
clean-ass-
few people, nomás que, pues, life sometimes,
Yeah,
just-
life makes it tough.
yeah.
I get it. But,
Pero la intención ha estado siempre,
Shit, well, hopefully this could be the beginning of,
I mean, look,
of
man, if
something,
one day, one day we
more people hear this.
we can do something, I'll for sure hit you up because that's on my y no lo digo porque estés tú aquí porque yo lo he dicho a otras gente, a otros músicos que it's something that I would want to just do regardless of me not being a student. I'm just being an admirer and I just being like any other person that I think that respects the music and the musician more than anything. And he's just a great person, man. First and foremost, he's a great person. And he deserves it, I think, more than anything. And I see you guys jam out, right? Like you know, you guys always have like your practices or just your get-togethers.
Yeah, nosotros
And he's there.
seguido tenemos jam outs en la casa y siempre we always tell them to come through.
You guys also jam out a lot with a este señor si no lo conozco. I think it's the Loaiza dad. Is that right?
Loza.
Loza, sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Ruben Loza, right?
El tornado mayor.
Yeah.
Saludos para los Loza.
Conozco obviamente a los hijos. Al señor me lo topé cuando estaba yo en Azteca y así, pero no como a Bebe, ¿verdad? Pero también, and to me again, bro, see, these are little things that when I see you or when I, see these things, like, to me it's just like respect, bro. Like, to me it's just respect that not everyone does that, just to jam out with people that are older and are good friends. And it's, I think maybe because I'm getting older and para allá vamos todos, that you just feel like, man.
Yo no.
No,
Hell yeah.
not the white hairs on your beard.
Yeah, todo canudo.
Esas te las pintas.
Yeah.
I just feel like that, like,
Just on the weekend for the game.
the highlights.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I gotta say it now. You're not gonna say it, bro. What's up? I dig his glasses.
Yeah.
I can't stop staring at his glasses.
I think Jose right away is like, damn, cool ass fucking glass.
Oh, you did? Okay. You
I-
beat me
I-
to it.
I need to make a fashion statement.
Hell yeah. Got us.
They look
Should have let
pretty
us
badass.
know.
Actually, I'm sure that's what most
Do I
people
have some
think.
here?
But I do wear them because I have to wear them.
They're
Because
prescription?
I have sensitivity to light.
Oh, fucking sorry.
No, it's fine.
bright ass
Por eso
fucking
los uso, I wear them on I wear them on stage.
Yeah, you wear them on stage,
Yeah.
right? Hell
Yeah, I have to wear them actually porque
Because of all the lights.
tengo sensitividad a la luz. Yeah.
Okay.
I have an autoimmune disorder,
Okay.
and it causes me to have a lot of sensitivity to
Well, not that it's a badass thing to have, but it's a good excuse to be able to wear
Yeah.
your fucking
Rock them
cool-ass
badass
shades
glasses.
everywhere. I don't wish I had it, but
You wish you had the glasses at least.
I wish I had the glasses.
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
They look badass. I just wear
Thank
it.
you.
I just wear it. I'm like, you know what? Let me just say it, bro.
I
because-
figured si tengo que usar lentes, may as well get some nice
Fuck
ones.
Nice
yeah.
one.
I thought you were gonna say I figured. You keep staring at me
Yeah.
with fucking googly eyes and shit.
Hell
Yeah, now I'm being an all right, guy.
yeah. Now
Creepy
you
old
guys
man.
know. Yeah.
Now you know.
Again,
Yeah.
fucking creepy guy.
Yeah, so a
How you
lot
good
of
with
people
beer? You're good with beer, bro?
Yeah, I'm
Sorry.
good.
Okay.
a lot of people han de pensar que soy mamón or whatever.
Yeah, este güey en el nightclub con pinches shades,
But
huh?
I do need to wear them, yeah.
Let's clear that up right now, man.
Yeah.
Do not judge my guy, man. Don't be like fucking, hey, el Fern, pinche Fern no usa lentes oscuros, güey. No, pues, he has to.
That's why he
Yeah.
didn't say what's up to me, because he's fucking wearing the shades in the club. He didn't even see me.
Yeah.
Nah, hell yeah.
Well, now that you brought that up, that was something I was going to mention too. The day that we did the Guac Pod, people, we've mentioned it before. I don't want to say all the time, but a good amount of time. Sometimes the plática after the pods are as good, if not better, than the actual pod, because in the pod, especially in the Guac Pod, where it's just a lot of moving parts and shit, and excitement, and not that we're not excited to hear,
I get
right?
camera shy, bro.
Do you?
Yeah, I do. Like,
yeah,
I
a
feel-
lot of people
I feel
get,
all, like,
and then people, this is not easy to get used to either, right? The lights and the cameras and the people that are probably watching or whatnot, and
yeah.
so then afterwards, when everyone has 6 beers in, contact high, we're like, oh yeah, y la pinche plática se pone mucho mejor.
Yeah.
Well, that happened with us in a way, like we were here till like 2:30, 3 in the morning, bro, on a school day, bro.
On a school day.
On a school day.
You
You
had
had to
class
go
the
to
next
school?
day. Who had to go to school?
My kid had to go.
Let's clarify
Um,
that too.
No, I think that was in summer, so right. But we did stay here late.
I remember.
And had a great talk. And I've said it many times, bro. Like, I could known you for whatever years. It doesn't matter. I've known, you name it, right? We've had Jose from Sangre on this pod, and I've known him forever, and name it, right? But I've never sat and talked with anybody that didn't have to do with music. That's why before, when we started, I'm like, hey, we're going to talk about everything, because that's the way it is on this one. Guacpot is more music inclined, but like we've never had this conversation, and we hardly ever have it with anybody in the music scene. It's always like, hey, ¿qué pues? ¿Cómo está la tocada? Ah, chingón. ¿Pa dónde van? Okay, ¿ya acabaron? Sí, ya acabé. Órale pues. Y mañana no, pues mañana. And that's it.
Yeah.
That's your plática as a musician, bro.
Sí.
Or, hey, bro, that fucking song you played, the third one, badass.
Yeah.
And then it's nothing like, who's your
Yeah.
Mount Rushmore of your fucking Bajos Exteros?
Yeah.
Imagine asking that right there in the middle, man. Shit.
Yeah.
The middle man shit. Hey,
And that's what I mean. Like, I think that there are people that are very curious about things like that, and so yeah. So I'm glad that we're having this conversation with you about all this because I think it's
Sure.
fitting for everybody that does follow you and our fans and shit. So we're gonna keep going with that.
Let's do it.
It's pedo because usually when those after the podcast talks happen, I'll talk to this guy the next day and he's like, "Oh fuck, we stayed after till this long and the conversation just got way better." It happens with us all the time too. We've had a lot of those same.
Last week we left
same
at 3.
situations. Oh yeah, true.
I mean, that
Yeah.
case we were doing drugs, so it sucked.
Pero es como dijiste, en esa ocasión, it was, the focus was on the whole
the
band,
band.
Yeah.
I didn't want to, take the spotlight and just be like, don't talk about me.
And that day we had a very interesting conversation. I almost lost my train of track thought. And something that really caught my attention, of course, was that you're autoimmune.
Yeah.
Obviously, I had no idea. Hence the glasses.
Yeah.
And hence many other things
Yeah.
that you... Is this since you were born kind of thing? Is that how that works? Or
Well, I was born, ¿cómo se dice? Genetically predisposed to getting an autoimmune
Okay.
because of my genes. Pero I did get really, really sick one time when I was an infant,
Okay.
and then I must have gone into like remission for a lot of years,
Oh, shit.
and then it came back when I was maybe 23, 24, and it came back like con
Strong.
todo, como que se estaba building up y luego de repente bolas.
Como explotó or whatever.
Yeah.
And you were already jamming out at that time.
Yeah, I was playing, y duré muchos años, going to specialists. It's one of those rare, really, really rare autoimmune que en ese entonces, like, no se sabía nada de.
Oh, de nada.
Not even the doctors. It was one of those real rare.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, like nadie le podía atinar.
And then, do you mind if I ask you exactly what was part of the struggles, or what did you, what was it that it did to you?
What basically lo que tengo se llama ankylosing spondylitis,
Okay.
and it messes with your whole spine.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Y causes mainly a lot of inflammation en tu espalda, hasta tu nuca. Pero también when it's mild or severe, it can attack other joints in your body, cause inflammation and other organs in your body. Y yeah, there was a time where it got like really, really, really bad.
So, to the point where like walking was an issue, or like even
Yeah,
sitting
like
down, or
sitting down, walking, waking up in the morning. O sea,
everything.
todo, yeah, it was like horrible,
Yeah.
Y así duré muchos años. Like a lot of people don't know, because I mean, people that I've known for a lot of years, because it's not something that I, like really talk about.
Right.
Pero I mean, I guess it's a good opportunity to, para aclarar, for
Yeah.
people that have seen me struggle, que
Yeah.
no saben ni por qué, pero me han visto. Yeah.
That had to fucking suck, man. Because did that just was that like an overnight thing? So if it went away,
Yeah.
like you were fine one night and then the next day.
It actually was así. Me fui a dormir perfectamente bien y desperté. And
¿Como en dolor o qué es?
sí, o sea, I woke up. I tried to stand up, and like my foot was like in freaking throbbing pain.
Oh, wow.
Y you know, me chequearon for ¿cómo se llaman los um, heel spurs
Okay.
and for uric acid and like a bunch of stuff. Y nada, no lleva nada, nada, nada. It's just inflammation, Y then I think the allí se pasó like to my knee and then like to my back and then it went wild. Yeah.
But you were still
I was
performing.
I was performing because tomaba anti-inflammatories and painkillers. So for a long time I was on painkillers.
So on a long night, it was a pretty fucked up night for you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No, y así me aventé. I want to say maybe like 11 years.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
When you said 10 and pause, I'm like, please tell me it was months, bro.
No,
9
no,
years,
no, no.
bro. Shit.
Playing on painkillers,
No
doing
mames.
everything you had to do.
Yo cuando
painkillers.
conocí a mi wife, I was already like I was pretty messed up,
Yeah.
Wow.
Y pero I was still out and about, like so a qué me encerraba, en la casa. Like me echaba mis little anti-inflammatories, painkillers, whatever, and I would go, Me iba a tocar, I would go hang out with, mutual friends and stuff. Y yeah, actually probably around the time that we met fue cuando me puse malo.
That's
And
when
then
that's when it returned, you mean?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, when it returned, and then we were acquaintances, but we weren't like friends. And I remember she asked somebody like, "Oh, ¿qué tiene? Or what's wrong with him?" Or whatever. Y ya, pues ni yo sabía, I was going to specialists y whatever, y nadie me podía decir, qué tenía. Ya hasta pensaban que, it was in my head,
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I even tried going
They
to
couldn't find
somebody.
anything. Damn, that's
Really? Did you try the brujería stuff?
Yeah, o sea,
Like what exactly?
fui a ver si me
huevo y todo el
podían
pedo.
decir
Right, right, right.
qué tenía o qué me hicieron.
Y
o
tampoco.
Y tampoco, nada.
Damn, they didn't have an answer for you either?
But that
Usually
means-
they got an answer for everything.
For $100.
No, there was a couple of people, no, que sí, que te hicieron que whatever, pero a lo lejos se les miraba el
Shit,
pinche
te
colmillo.
pusieron ojo.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, nah, hell no, Pero yeah, I tried going to doctors, to brujos, to curanderos, to see the priest,
Wow.
and it got pretty bad.
That's 10 fucking
Pretty bad.
years, bro. I can't even imagine 10 years of
Yeah.
what obviously the physical pain of it. But how about the psychological part, bro?
That's exactly what I was going
Pues I don't know. I don't know. Like como te digo, like maybe I thought I was going crazy, or I thought other people
Like at a
thought.
point where you're like, man, these motherfuckers might be right. Like maybe it is just
Ajá,
Me.
like llegó a un
extremo, por decirlo.
a ese extremo de que yo pensaba que maybe I did fucking create something in my head,
That
like,
is crazy.
yeah. And then just all of a sudden one day I go see we go because ella iba conmigo everywhere. Actually there was a time where I didn't want to see doctors anymore. I didn't want to see anybody. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm shutting it down.
Well, you're not getting any answers. Like, what the fuck are they good for in your?
Uh,
I imagine your mind, right? Like,
Yeah. And yo le decía, no, I'm not going to see doctors. I'm not going to see anybody anymore. Si me va a llevar, que me lleve, ya, like, get it over with,
Kind of ready. Like,
And she convinced me, and we went to see my specialist. She's like, yo me voy a pelear con él, y le voy a decir, and that day, no me vio. I guess the person that registered me somehow didn't give him the paper, or se perdió o algo. El chiste es que um, I'm like, hey, what's going on? We've been waiting for a long time. And they're like, oh, we don't know what happened. Your paper wasn't submitted or whatever. And they're like, and I'm, no me podían dar otra cita pronto. And I'm like, I need to see the specialist or whatever. They're like, we're going to put you in with somebody else. Boom. The first time I see that specialist, he's like, have they done this? I'm like, no, nada de eso. He's like, boom, mandó labs, mandó scans, whatever. And the second time, ya sabía que era.
He got
He's
the
like,
results back. He's like, bam.
after years and years of going to different people, I freaking parece que it was like meant to be, meant to happen that way. It's crazy.
That's fucking crazy.
It is.
I'm just right now. I'm just thinking like. So my thought, just hearing this, is like how you had in a way given up,
Yeah.
and how it takes a person, in this case your wife,
Mhm.
to just push
Y
you,
eso,
right?
she wasn't my wife back then.
Right.
Y yo no sé cómo me aguantó, like she put up with a lot, I put her through a lot, más bien. Y and yeah, pero she's the one that convinced me, and I'm like, man, if I don't do it, me va a mandar al chorizo.
Yeah. Well, that day that we talked of the guac pot, that really caught my ear and my attention, and just you had said something that day. I don't want to fuck it up. I don't think I am, but you had said something that really just like me dejó como, oh fuck, that was, I didn't know the extent of it, but you had said, there was nights that I would go to sleep, praying that I didn't wake up.
Yeah.
I remember you telling me
It
that.
got to that.
And to me, that was just like, all right, why, and I think I asked you that day, right? Like, hey, well, would you want to talk? Because I would love to listen, because it's,
Yeah.
and now that you're saying 10 years of this, it's like, well, how the fuck, not only are you physically strong, capable enough to do what happened, but to me, just the psychological part, like,
Yeah.
you were in a pretty dark place in a certain part of your lifetime.
Yeah, definitely. Sí, pues yo creo que, her coming into my life was a blessing. Porque llegó justamente en ese tiempo, yo creo. O sea, we were friends, ya nos conocíamos de años y whatever, pero un día nomás empezamos a platicar, y we just started, vibing and, whatever, hanging out, going to karaoke, whatever. Pero she didn't know, what was going on in my life,
Was that in a way for you like a breath of like hope in a way? Like
I was, pues obviously sí, pero I was like, pues cómo, like how can this happen, or how can this be, si yo ando tan jodido, y ella, like, she was perfectly fine,
Right.
I'm like, how am I gonna put her through all this? But it was, I guess it was a really strong, sí, o sea, we made a real strong bond, like it just happened, naturally. Yo no lo pedí ni ella lo pidió. We were, I guess at the time we were what each other needed, Y y yeah, there was a time cuando, like, ella me tenía que ayudar a levantarme, si me sentaba, she would help me stand up.
To get up.
Yeah. Sí, ya me ayudaba a caminar, también a veces me tenía que agarrar de sus hombros.
Well, I remember there was a time that I seen you that you were holding on to her like back, shoulders and shit.
Yeah. So, that's why I asked her to marry me.
There you go. Man.
How do you let go of that?
How do you not, right?
Yeah, like, cuando alguien así llega a tu vida, is like you better, don't be stupid.
Right.
You see? She kind of got me out of the hole.
And then how are you now?
I'm doing much better right now, porque I'm this is a ¿cómo se dice? De por vida thing.
Right.
You know, it can, you know, there are slim possibilities that it can go into remission. Hasn't yet, but I'm being treated for it to where it's not affecting me
So it's
anymore.
like so it's being contained.
It's
right
being
now.
contained, yeah,
Okay.
basically.
Well, you look fucking great, bro.
Thank you. I appreciate
You look
that.
great, man.
Thank you.
Congrats on that way.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Man, no mames. What do you think about
Crazy,
that?
crazy for sure. I mean, I think the cool part of going back to your wife is that, pues, see, like you said, sin querer queriendo, o sea, she wanted to be there for you, and you didn't
Yeah.
even technically want it at that point because you were in such a
Yeah.
bad spot that you didn't want to, get her in it. And
Yeah,
she still,
I didn't
you know,
want to bring her
yeah,
into my
yeah.
shitty life, you know, at that moment.
But yeah, sometimes that's what they're putting in your life for, without even knowing that
Yeah.
she's gonna help you out
That's
so
what I
much.
figured.
There's this quote or something that I read the other day. It said something like, "A man's best business partner is his wife."
That's very true, man. Very true, because even en eso, ella me ha dado otras ¿cómo se dice? Perspectivas.
Yeah.
Y she's very smart, very intelligent, business wise. Y yo antes era más like a day to day, a weekend to weekend type of thing.
Yeah.
Where I did want it, but I didn't really know how to go get it.
Yeah.
You know? Y sí, she's, you know, she's shown me a lot. Y aparte, pues ella se recibió de, you know, what was it?
She's got her degree.
Business, management and whatever, some stuff.
One of those fucking things.
So ella tiene su,
It's
ella
hanging.
tiene su
It's
degree,
hanging.
you know? So yeah, it's like we created a really good,
A great team,
really
for
good
the
team.
band, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, sí, shout out para Ferma. You're rocking it. You're rocking it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I say that quote because obviously, you know, I always see you guys together. I know you guys got the business with the straps, obviously the music, and just because I've had many talks with my compadre. My compadre Bart is single in the non-married way.
Yeah.
In the non-married, I gotta clear that up because la novia se enoja. So mejor
Se
decimos
agüitan a la verga.
single, o sea, non-married,
Not married.
but not taken.
Not on the market.
Not on the market.
Not taken, but not on the market.
Yeah. Yeah, what is Facebook? No, Facebook
No, we
says
take
in a
that.
relationship or no?
No. We put hide right there.
Bullshit aside, we've had love talks, you know, and not just with
Call
him.
him
Like,
Dr. Phil
I've had a lot of
of Chicago.
other friends that I tell them like, hey, wait, you know, when you take that next step, like you know, it's very important, you know, especially business wise, you know, it's, the entrepreneur mind. Yeah, not everyone's up for it. Not everyone is both men and women. Not everyone wants to give in to the other person's dream,
Right,
You know?
exactly.
and that's the hard part. You
Y
know,
eso es algo que nos ayuda or whatever, que pues ella también siempre ha estado en la música.
Right.
So she knows exactly what I go through, and she knows, pues, I mean, todas las cosas que ella pasó y todo lo que aprendió. We just put it together, and makes us,
yeah, it makes
Yes,
a good
some-
team.
smart.
That was something I wanted to say earlier, and I didn't want to cut you off, but when we were talking about you just being 20 years in the music business, I mean, I'm sure it's much easier when your partner
It
is by your side with with everything you're doing,
especially in this line of work, you know.
yeah.
Está bien canijo encontrarte a alguien que te entienda y peor que te apoye, y que te, help you
Build.
muchas parejas, like, they don't even want you in the
the
music
scene.
or in the scene,
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And how can I forget my
Shout out.
good friend Jose Cermeño, who's also engaged,
Yes, sir.
and I've had love talks with him. Congrats on that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we've had the love talks too, man, and he knows. I mean, it's a big thing, the whole wife in the whole business and fucking keep it 100, man. Pick 'em right.
100.
Pick 'em right, G. Listen to my boy Fern.
For sure.
Um, this is the part where we're gonna get a little bit more on the manly questionnaire. I don't know if you might need another beer.
Give him
My
another
boy
beer.
Sammy.
Give him another beer.
Let's bring my boy another beer, bro. Porque se va a poner ahorita media,
Shit, se me paiga, need a shot. too,
fresca
and
la-
shit.
media fresca la plática. Hey man, real quick before the beer gets here. I know this question is too broad, but on a long drive, who do you listen to, man?
On a long drive,
Yeah.
I love listening to La Firma. I love listening to
Everything La Firma, it don't matter which album or a particular album. Tú dime what's your go-to, man?
pretty much everything, man.
Okay.
I do prefer their newer stuff because antes usaban like sonidos muy like psychedelic and muy, I still like their stuff, their older stuff, but I do prefer the newer
Yeah.
where they use more accordion and more like piano for their ballads,
Right.
A little bit less far out.
La Firma, then.
Like I do love the Firma. I think they're probably my number one.
Yeah. They fucking jam.
They do.
Yeah, I'm not a.
They
I'm
fucking
not,
jam.
That, and the
not my
especially the lyrics, man.
Oh, he's awesome.
I love the composiciones de Luis Padilla.
Yeah.
He's one of my tops.
How do you feel also, real quick, man? Today, my compa says maybe yesterday or today, it was announced that Fuerza Regida and Frontera are number one in the billboards with that Bebé song. Knocked off Bad Bunny. He's been in number one for fucking 2 years.
36 weeks.
36 weeks? I don't know.
Something crazy.
Long ass fucking time.
2 years.
It was a long time. Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
I mean, Bad Bunny's been on there.
Well, I mean,
for-
sure, it probably wasn't those actual songs. It might have been other
Yeah,
ones
yeah.
before, but
okay.
he's been the guy up there,
Yeah.
but not anymore.
Sheesh.
You like this little fusion that's going on, or yeah? Frontera, you like Frontera? They're cool.
Yeah, I do enjoy their. I can't say that I know their music.
Right.
I know, lo que han sacado.
Son como nuevos los vatos, me parece. ¿No?
Lo que sí me gusta es que están entrando, desde hace ya, hace un tiempito atrás que empezaron a entrar los grupos del Valle otra vez, empezaron no a entrar sino a sonar más. Y I do like that, que está habiendo esos cambios.
It's a good observation. Yeah, porque empezó como, ya ves que de repente ya vino los Dorados.
Yeah, exactly.
And they had a little viral hit.
Uh-huh.
Then the guys that do La Troquita, who are those guys? But they also, I mean,
Yeah.
all of a sudden they
yeah,
came up.
stuff like that, they're just
Secreto. Yeah. What was that? Well, guys.
está empezando a haber más variación,
That's what I was gonna say. It's almost like not one genre is fucking
Yeah.
taking over. There's a little bit of everything that is blowing up right now, so it's kind of
Yeah.
cool.
I'm all for that, man.
Yeah.
Que todos tengan su oportunidad,
For sure.
to make some noise and some dreams happen, because we all want it,
Yeah.
Everybody. Like, no es justo que nomás le den chance a un género, because there's a lot of politics,
I think
involved.
because due to the streaming devices now and the platforms, the gatekeepers don't have the same power,
Yeah,
obviously,
exactly.
right?
Anymore.
They're still there. Don't get me wrong. Hold on. I mean, they're still there, obviously, but it's a little bit. The door is ajar now.
Yeah.
Or it's like there's a side door that
There's a
they're
side
not
door.
watching, which is like YouTube and TikTok and
Ajá.
stuff for you to just
Como en La
boom,
Frontera.
entra- la frontera,
yeah,
se
for
meten
real.
por-
Like there's a wall, but there isn't.
Crack.
There's a hell yeah, cousin
Shout out
Moto
to
in
Robert.
the house for the second weekend in a row.
Yes.
What's up?
No, yeah, that's badass for sure. Hay pa todos ahorita.
Yeah, the gatekeepers just don't have the same power. But But you know what I'm liking, bro? I'm liking the whole grupero too. Like I just feel like cumbias, like holy shit, cumbias are back.
Yeah,
Like for how long were cumbias not in like that? Like,
I know.
straight corridos and rancheras for the last 10 years or so.
I know.
I don't know if that's right, but
Y en un tiempo, cumbias were like it, you know,
in the Liberación,
a long
tiempo,
time ago.
the
But
grupero.
yeah,
You like the
Quebradita
grupero,
shit,
Aaron?
all that.
I love it. Yeah, Liberación, Brindis,
Esas son las de mi
all of them,
compa.
Industria del Amor,
Aquí.
Temerarios.
Temerario is my shit right there, man.
Number one.
We'll do. That's the only guys I can sing without needing the lyrics. Temerario songs. Swear to God, it's just crazy. But let's start these questionnaire, my friend.
I think voy a aprovechar ahorita that your wife is out of the room so we can ask these questions real
Oh,
fast.
I can't even see back there.
She's back. I think I'm a little too nervous right now that she's here, G. I think you're gonna have to let him ride. No, we're talking some futuristic, you know, theoretically, hypothetically,
But not.
but not.
Porque según va a ser una realidad, ¿verdad?
¿Qué?
En uno de los pads que tuvimos aquí,
Somehow it came up about the VR, you know, VR, the
los goggles,
pinches goggles que te pones and you're
virtual reality.
inside of the video
virtual
game,
reality.
pretty much. You know, dicen por ahí dicen, mi compa sabe más que nada, pero you know,
Alguien que conocemos ya lo tiene, pero dicen.
that you know you're gonna be able to now fucking you know put your little VR thing and kind of go on the internet and you know we're all men here. Everybody does the whole well, most of us, you know, pornography and stuff, you know. So if you're able to go on there and you like all your life you visualize, oh my God, this is who I would my number one chick to be with, you know.
Oh man.
And you could type it in and boom, you're in there and you could
Yeah.
go all the way.
Yeah.
But it's virtual reality. You
Yeah,
know?
of course.
Who would be your number one pick? Your number one woman that you're like,
Damn.
Bam. It's like that app right now. I was seeing about that, compa, like that AI app that everybody puts up their fucking faces an astronaut. Like compa Friday. It's the same concept. You know, the concept of that's the future of porn.
yeah.
You're just gonna type in who you visualize yourself. Fucking goggles, there you are with her and shit. Who's your number one pick? Bam.
Damn, you. Me van a meter en un pedo.
No. That's why we said it's theoretically, you know, theoretically. Hypothetically.
Jesse said Lizzo. I don't know if you know who Lizzo is.
I don't know. Who
No?
it is.
Good. She's this black rapper.
Damn. I couldn't tell you, man.
Una de una novela o algo ahí.
Rocío
que-
Durcal. O sea, no importa qué
Rocío
chingados.
Durcal, yes.
Play it
Juan
safe.
Gabriel. No sé.
Not that type of duo.
Yeah.
Duet.
Fuck it.
We'll come back to it.
We'll put a fucking line on. Everyone has a little thing. I mean, Fofo. You know what Fofo said? He said Eve
Who's that?
from Adam and Eve. O sea, the very first woman ever.
Eve. Oh, okay.
Eve.
Ese way wanted to be the first one to get his.
Because he wanted to
you
be the
know?
first one to have sex.
Yeah.
Oh.
He really changed the game on us for sure.
Yeah, he did. He did have a
We're like,
crazy answer.
damn, that
So,
was.
I mean, hypothetically enough,
That's what
That
he
was a
wanted.
great answer in
That's
a
what
way.
he wanted. And I think you were gonna go back and say something about Zoe. He say like, "Oh, my wife," but if it was my wife, it'd be. What
yeah, I
did
think he did something like that. I don't remember
it
what
sound
he
like
said.
that? Yeah.
But question number 2, we also had Juan Medina is the singer for Banda Dorado Show,
Okay.
and our what we call our man dumb questions are based off. We randomly will come up with a question and like, oh shit, let's ask that to everyone. Juan Medina, we were having this conversation in the pod and we were talking about we were talking about
Yeah.
we were talking about like showering and shit. Oh, and what fucking shampoo as a guy? What do you?
What shampoo?
And then he
Head and
says,
shoulders.
well, how do you guys do hygiene? Like from your ass, like, well,
He's like, how do you guys wash your ass?
yeah.
You
And
know?
we're like, well, pues con el pinche sponge o una, because he physically like made it seem like he was like fingering himself.
He's like, oh, okay, that's what he said. He said, the gayest I get is when I'm in the shower.
Yeah.
He's like,
okay.
and I wash my ass. And le hizo así el güey.
And then we see
We
Cardi.
video confirmed that he fucking went like this. And pues, yeah, that's what he was saying. That
Alright.
he
And
gets all in there.
So es como te lavas o qué?
Sí.
¿Cómo te lavas el...
Cardi B then
El de
said
atrás.
that you have to do that, what Juan Medina does to get it out,
To get it clean.
to get it clean.
Nah, pero, o sea, pues no es necesario, o sea.
That's what we told
That's
him.
what we told them.
We told him you're doing it wrong, bro.
Yeah, I think there's something wrong there.
Yeah, apparently.
O
There's
sea,
people who
sí,
believe.
sí, por fuera todo lo que se pueda,
sí.
pero ya I don't even think that's healthy.
Dice
you
mi
know?
compa, no te, dice mi
Meterte
compa,
jabón,
no te
meterte
tienes que
jabón.
meter todo el pinche jabón.
Meterte el jabón para allá arriba no creo que sea muy sanitario. O sea, como se not sanitary but healthy, you know?
Yeah, it's for sure.
What if it gets low?
Ah,
what if
yo
you
me
put it
lavo bien por fuera como se puede, you know, like, sin meter el dedo, you know?
Oh, that's the right way. We believe. That's the way we're doing it.
Y uso un cepillo de goma
A la verga.
especial nomás para
Para el de atrás.
sí.
Sheesh. Cepillo de goma.
Sí,
Mira,
ahora ya no son sponges, ya son como unos cepillos, like they have like rubber bristles, you know?
Okay,
like,
okay.
y-
Link in description.
Link.
Check it out.
chequen,
That's something new.
yeah, sí,
I mean,
o sea,
new as far as like a new answer to it.
sí, o sea, no uso lo mismo para lavarme todo.
That's what I told him. Do you
cuerpo.
use the same sponge for your
No.
face and your ass? Yeah.
I don't.
Dice mi
Somebody
compa
said,
que,
like,
que
ahí-
the one for his ass. is the one
Imagine
that
que
comes
me
up
lave
sick.
ahí abajo y
I don't know.
luego me lave la barba y
Who said like, oh, well, somebody said like, oh, pues toma ahí jabón y la chingada. Los pinches germes se quitan la chingada. That's fucking, I forgot who the fuck said that. Maybe I just made it up.
Maybe.
Do we have a third question?
Pero el chiste es lavarse bien.
Sí,
bueno.
totalmente.
Pero
Sin
tienes que
meter el dedo.
There you go. Juanito, still doing it wrong.
Man,
bro.
Juanito's the only one, man. I'm starting to think we should eliminate that question.
Yeah.
I think it's,
No, we gotta keep asking.
I
now.
think it's just him.
I don't know. He still believes he's right.
Yeah, he'll argue with it. So another podcast, shout out to Chingonas, talk about it. They fucking had an episode about him doing that. About his tiramais, they
El
call it.
tiramais de mi amigo. That
And-
was the name.
yeah,
That was the
just
name of the
like-
pod.
What is that?
Huh?
What is that?
That's-
El de atrás.
Yeah.
El Mil Olores.
El nudo del globo.
El nudo.
El nudo del globo. There you go.
There's so many names for it.
So,
Right?
yeah.
El obeder.
El obeder.
Está bueno.
El chiquistriqui.
El chiquistriquis.
My guy, Iván, el que ahora es el baterista de Duelo, anduvo
sí.
un tiempo aquí anduvimos tocando juntos. Y siempre para despedirse decía, te mando un beso en el obeder.
That was a hell of an outro.
Hell yeah. Have you seen him recently?
I haven't seen him, no, pues.
Oh, they're coming.
Are they?
Are,
Lo
are
que
they
pasa
coming
es
with
que-
the Rieleros package? Los Tres Norteños?
Oh, I believe that I
Yeah,
did
right.
see
Es
that.
duelo.
Lo que pasa es que pues siempre que ellos vienen a jalar, pues nosotros también andamos
Yeah.
somewhere else, you know, jalando y ellos hacen cuenta que vienen y pum, you know.
I met that guy at
No se
Chuito
quedan.
Ortiz Studio on Ogden.
Yeah, ándale.
Yeah. Great guy.
Ahí grabamos un CD con él de Innegable.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I was going to ask you about Innegable when we were talking about your group era, because you recorded like 4 songs?
We
or did you release something like
we
4
did
songs?
we did a full album actually.
You did a full album.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, not sure if it's still. I think it should still be up.
On the
You
platform?
can find it, yeah.
Yeah.
On the todas las plataformas.
That was I remember that one. That was good. Who was on?
Nunca,
Who was that
nunca
squad?
se lanzó oficialmente. Se
Yeah.
subió y en ese tiempito Duelo se jaló a Iván.
Yeah.
So aquí estaba otro guy, Charlie, el que anda con inicial en el bass. Andaban juntos. So cuando se fue Iván, se fue Charlie.
Oh shit! I didn't know
And they
that.
were both en Innegable. So nos quedamos like, like what the, Y we batallamos poquito para organizarnos
Recuperar eso,
otra vez. Y en ese tiempo, pues I wasn't doing too good, ¿cómo se dice? Health-wise.
Yeah.
So we shut it down. I was like,
So the album
Mucho
got put
pedo.
out, pero no hubo más.
Se subió, pero nunca
no
hicimos, nunca
promo
dijimos,
ni
hey,
nada.
raza, nada. Just
Check
it
el
was
álbum.
uploaded y ya.
So he was
nobody
at that
knows.
time. He was with you when Duelo. Then
Yeah, we
How-
were.
do you
on
know
our
how that
way-
worked out or
we
no?
were on our way to a gig in Aurora.
shout
El
out.
rodeo.
Oh
de
yeah, el
Aurora.
rodeo de Aurora. Sí.
Yeah.
That place got that place got
Yeah.
history. You know, I've actually that was before my time, but it's crazy because a lot of crazy ass shit happened there. And
You were there, bro.
I'm a spring chicken G in this panel.
That was before my time.
But it's funny that the place is like a church now or some
Is
shit.
it?
Rodeo's like a church now, yeah. And like their stories are like El Diablo being seen there and blah blah blah. Yeah, crazy shit. A lot of people have died there.
Fuck.
And
I
it's
used to
church
like
now.
it just because they have a foosball tape on the back.
Dude, did they? Yeah, I didn't know that. I've never been in there.
I don't
When
think I
was
ever
it
went
over?
to the back.
Yeah, they have a foosball table.
Pinche compa was over there playing.
Muy
I
a
was playing
huevo,
foosball,
muy a
bro.
huevo entraba a ese pinche lugar.
Hell yeah.
I was like, like freaking.
That's funny.
Yeah, pero we were on our way to a gig. I believe to that place when they called him, and then he's like, "Hey guys, I have something to tell you." Oh, he told us cuando salimos, I think.
You guys got done.
I have something to tell you. And then he's like, me acaban de echar el invite a Duelo. And I was heartbroken, but at the same time, like, I was so happy for him. I was like, bro, I'm like, que chido, you know, like, that's, you know, any one of us would love an opportunity like that, you know.
That's insane, bro.
I'm like, lánzate de volada, you know. I think le dijeron, te tienes que venir.
Yeah.
Te vamos a calar mañana o pasado, no me acuerdo. Oh, because he left the very next day. So lo iban a calar either that day or the following day, no me acuerdo. Pero calaron como a 3 o 4 y se quedó.
Oh, so it was like a tryout kind of thing then.
Yeah. And one of the other guys was Lozano, el que era baterista de la firma. ¿Cómo se
Oh
llama?
shit.
Nacho Lozano.
Yeah.
Yeah, they tried him out too.
Damn.
Yeah, and they kept this guy.
And that was just because of more like the Monterrey plug kind of thing, like they knew of him.
I'm not sure. I mean,
Yeah.
either his personality, or a little bit of everything. No sé, pero he ended up staying.
Yeah. Pero me refiero, they knew of him because he was from over there.
Oh
right?
yeah. Sí tenía. Creo que, like, mucho tiempo antes, habían tocado briefly together él y el bass player de Duelo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, when they were like very young.
So he's been with him for fucking a good amount of years now, right?
Sí, ya tiene. No sé cuánto, pero ya mucho.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you had a good squad, that Innegable then, bro.
Yeah, we did, man.
Who's your drummer at that time?
The drummer era Iván.
Ah, sorry. Who's ¿quién me falta?
Charlie was on
playing
the bass, and he's a great bass player y también
Yeah.
vocalista. Canta.
I didn't even know he was here back then.
Yeah, pues él se vino para entrar en Innegable.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. Y so he was there, and it was myself, my brother. ¿Qué más? Accordionist tuvimos a couple. Un muchacho que se llama Joná, también de Monterrey, Nuevo León. Nos ayudó el oso un tiempo.
Oh, Jerry.
Jerry.
Yeah, shout out.
Shout out to Jerry.
Yeah, I just seen him.
El osito.
El Ositos Rentals. He came to practice here.
Oh, y
I'm like, oh,
también Rubén Loza Jr. Rubén Jr. Loza.
Ruben.
Yeah, he was there for a bit.
Yeah. That's a good fucking
Yeah.
sounding group.
Ahí anduvimos haciendo la lucha un rato. It didn't last very long, maybe a year and a half.
I also wanted to congratulate you on your collab with Privilegio.
Thank you.
I was thinking the other day, like, fuck, man, we never guessed who it was at the other Guac Pod.
Oh, yeah.
And then they never fucking told me.
Yeah, I remember
And
that.
I seen Friday doing the artwork.
Righteous, yeah.
Like, oh, shit, Privilegio.
Yeah, we were very fortunate. Son unas personas bien a todo dar.
Yeah.
Great musicians, you know.
And then how does that happen, bro? Like, you knew them? You guys reach out? You guys are fans? But obviously vice versa?
My wife found them. El muchacho del acordeón, Julio, él hace mixing and mastering.
Oh, shit.
He's got G Records.
G Records, okay.
In California. So we met them that way. And then vinieron a tocar aquí, anduvieron a weekend, I think.
Yeah.
Or they actually came a couple times.
Yeah.
They've been here a couple times.
And nos topamos and saludamos, whatever. And I personally really like their music and their style. And I told my wife, and she reached out to them and made it happen, you know?
Yeah, badass.
Yeah.
That is fucking badass.
Yeah, it is.
And I mean, you kind of opened up a fucking LA line right there too, man.
Pues sí, y con Lechuga también.
That's right.
También nos hizo el favor de echarnos la mano en una colaboración también.
Saludos para el compa Lechuga también.
Saludos for Cumbre, all the guys. Yeah.
How do you we started off this pod talking about what you grew up listening to and how Norteño Sax was not what you were digging back then.
Yeah.
And then, we're here now talking about Norteño Sax collabs, ironically with Norteño Sax.
Yeah.
And, how much more appreciation do you have for the genre now?
Man, it's completely turned around for me because, como te digo antes, like, no me gustaba y aparte, like, sometimes Bebe and the Ley del Norte would try to, like, decir, vamos a sacar esta con saxofón. And I was always like,
another sax song.
Yeah, no, así.
Yeah.
¿Para qué he hecho mentiras? Like, no, I would try to, like, stay away from it.
I agree.
Pero era mucho diferente antes, era muy distinto. Era todo más, muy simple y para mí todo se escuchaba igual. Y ahora, pues, es muy diferente. La música ha evolucionado, tiene muchos más arreglos, es más fresca, más, I don't know, es como cuando mandas a un niño a la escuela y no lo puedes hacer poner atención porque no sé si le aburre o si whatever, no le interesa, pero then you challenge them and then they start, so a mí yo quería más, yo quería meter arreglos, yo quería buscar, tonos y whatever, so ahora por eso me llama más la atención. Y si escuchas, la música de Dezibel, like, tiene, some people think that we do too much or a lot more than it needs, and that's okay, that's their opinion y todo es válido, pero es algo que yo buscaba, encontrarme con alguien con Sammy, por ejemplo, que es muy creativo, y nos complementamos de esa manera, También los demás guys.
Yeah. The bass player, yeah, he's a beast.
Pero él tiene muchas ondas diferentes para mí también, porque viene del género del rock.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
So a mí me llama la atención eso diferente, To me it's different. And I like it and I try to vibe with it,
Yeah. And also, I think in that sense, it kind of lets you be that creative person, also, that you are, because it's reminiscent to me, like when I found out a little bit, like when Reno is Reno, and then they're like, oh, we're gonna add sax. I'm like, oh shit,
Mm-hmm.
you are,
Yeah.
and then it makes sense right at the end,
Yeah.
and it's like with you, I feel like the genre te deja ser like freedom of whatever the fuck you want to really try
Yeah.
in that sense with you and Sammy.
Es chistoso que por tantos años anduve haciendo la lucha en lo que me gustaba a mí y nomás en lo que yo quería. And, I was like stuck in my, in my ways or whatever you want to call it. And I didn't, no me abría pues a
It was a
otras
little bit more closed-minded back then.
Y ahora, like, I'm in norteño sax, which I didn't like, and I'm doing much better than I was in previous groups,
Yeah.
doing what I really, lo que yo quería hacer.
I mean, that's badass because from me looking at, I mean, I didn't know you before Decibel. That's when I first seen you, and I didn't know. I mean, you fit in the norteño sax. You fit like perfectly. Your voice is.
Thank you.
To me, your voice is fucking perfect for the genre. So me not knowing that about you, that's pretty cool. Because I mean, if you would have asked me, I'm like, that had been norteño sax all his life.
Yeah.
Because you have, in my eyes or my ears, you have that estilo.
Pues
Down really good.
yo siempre he sido admirador de buenos músicos y buenos cantantes, regardless of de dónde vengan, de qué género,
Like genre,
whatever.
yeah.
So no me gustaba o no era mi preferencia tocar norteño con sax, pero sí admiraba, por ejemplo, a Tony Meléndez, a Polo Urias, y gente así, y de ellos me agarré cuando entré en el género.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, pues if I'm gonna do this, I need to start listening to
these guys.
The big guys.
the guys that I think que son los más.
Perros para el genre.
Y me les pegué, I started listening to them, and so I guess what I do is inspired by them, O sea,
Most definitely.
my singing.
Well, you definitely hit on the head, G.
Fuck
But
yeah,
yeah,
man.
Thank you, man.
I mean, I'm a big fan of the way you sing
Appreciate
in the genre.
it.
So.
Thank you.
I mean, it's just it's not every day that you can also just sit and talk to somebody who sang with Tony. I mean, let's just be honest. Twice. I
Yeah.
mean,
That was
I wouldn't even dare to fucking even try, bro. You fucking bam, twice went and knocked it out.
I was sweating bullets, man. O sea, I was I mean, like, nunca me ha gustado mucho o nunca me ha dado por subirme al escenario con alguien que está haciendo su trabajo. Like, no me gusta ir a interrumpirlos o ir a decirles, hey, déjame cantar contigo.
Right.
Like, como para tratar de, I don't know, no presumir, pero
Maybe take it.
I like to respect people's spaces,
Yeah.
Pero Dezibel was fairly new, Well, it was new. And I'm like, and I've always admired how he sings, and I'm like, I need to take advantage of this moment and ask, And I thought in my head, de seguro me van a decir que no, and that's okay, I understand. En la primera ocasión andaba un muchacho que se llama Homero. I don't know if you know him. El Mero Homero. He's like that on Facebook.
He's actually the brother of one of the
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. He's actually el hermano del bajista, I believe, de Privilegio.
Okay.
Pero, nada que ver, o sea, no fue por ahí. Pero, I'm like, F it, I'm gonna go give it a shot. Y fui y le dije, hey, I know it's a long shot, pero do you think it would be possible for me to get up and sing a song? And then, pues él nomás les andaba ayudando porque el señor estaba medio delicado de salud. He's like, man, they're real delicate, they're real, And I'm like, you know what? I'm like, forget it, it's okay. Like, no, y no te quiero meter en pedos tampoco,
Right.
going to ask. And then he's like, let me see, si hay chance, yo le digo, whatever. And then se sube y lo primero que va, luego, ahí le dice. And then I just see Tony being like, yeah, dile que se venga. And I'm like,
shit.
what? Yeah, o sea, me llamó por el micrófono, and I went. It was like a dream come true, because
I
like
bet.
you said, like not a lot of people have that opportunity. You're fine. And I'm still very grateful for that opportunity.
Yeah.
Saludos para Homero.
Oh,
El
sí.
mero Homero.
El mero mero.
El mero.
Sandoval, yeah.
Oh, he's got the music like store or something like that, or no? Does he?
No.
No, that's a
Wrong
wrong
guy.
mero. Oh, my bad.
Wrong guy.
Damn,
Yeah.
but that's fucking nuts. And then, did you do what song was it? Just say,
The first time it was Amigo Mesero.
yeah.
And he wanted me to sing it, and I'm like, no. He's like, cántatela. I'm like, no. I'm like, quiero hacerte segundas.
Okay. And
so-
was he like, come on?
He was
bro?
probably like, this nigga, like. I'm like, no. So even the video, like, I'm just standing there, and then, pues, ya que entran las segundas, then I start singing. So I look kind of awkward, just standing there, letting him sing. Pero I guess he was pleased enough porque nos volvió a tocar otra oportunidad con ellos, and then he called me. Ya
sin tener que decir nada.
él fue el que dijo, hey, vamos a invitar a.
That's pretty cool.
Hell yeah, that's
Then I was
fucking
like-
cool.
Hell yeah.
You're like, well, fuck me.
Yeah.
You're like
Start
looking back and shit.
Yeah.
Te habló bonito al
So
oído.
I'm very blessed, yeah.
Damn. Yeah, it's not gonna be the last time, bro. That's for sure. Damn.
Yeah.
Y no sé si vean o no vean los muchachos, pero un saludo para todos, because todos
Sí,
se
un
portaron
saludo.
con nosotros. O sea, para un grupo que está aquí y con un grupo que está acá, ellos se portaron como que si
All the guys.
estuviéramos en el mismo nivel,
Yeah,
Nos trataron una chulada, y eso es algo que no se ve muy seguido, porque a veces los grupos que están acá te ven para abajo,
Right.
Y ellos no, ellos se bajaron acá y nos hablaron como si, that was a really nice experience. Yeah,
That's fucking badass, man.
it is.
Obviously I didn't know, but for him to call you out on the second time
Yeah,
was maybe even a little bit more special,
yeah.
right?
It was. Sí, porque o sea, yo no me lo esperaba.
Yeah.
I was being a big fan.
A fan.
Standing there, and then he just starts talking on the mic and calls my name, and I'm like, what?
Hey, come on, Fernando.
You're like, ¿cuál te quieres cantar? I didn't even know what to tell him,
Oh, yeah, so what was the
I was
second
like,
song? What was the second song?
La segunda canción fue una que grabaron con Intocable. ¿Cómo se llama?
Oh.
El desengaño,
El
yeah.
Sheesh.
Esa,
Great song too, man.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Great song.
Casi nada.
Who else? You sang with anybody else?
No. That's
I
it.
know you did. Did you do a couple songs with like Brio at one time or no?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Well, una vez que vinieron, I guess that they got in a little bit of trouble with 5-0.
Yeah. Shout out.
Yeah.
they were-
Saludos para los.
They were over there.
They're with us.
They were-
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
La
Unfortunately.
Sierra.
And they actually asked me,
Yeah.
que if I would mind going up and singing a couple of songs.
Well, that was with you and then Jose from
Jose,
Sangre.
Jose.
That,
Yeah.
that video has gotten some pretty good numbers.
Sí.
Ahí está todavía circulando, I believe.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
So,
That's
so
pretty cool.
Jose because I guess que él los conoce bien,
Right.
Yeah.
they came up to me and they're like, hey. And I'm like, yeah, dude. I don't know their repertorio.
Right.
I hear their stuff, pero like no me lo sé de memoria. So I'm like, hey, what about this song or this song? They're like, yeah, los, las de cajón or whatever. And I
Right.
sang a couple songs. Yeah,
I think it's
that was a nice opportunity también.
I think you're at a fucking perfect time, bro, when it comes to the genre. I think you're coming at it at the precise time where the genre of norteño sax is hitting some great peaks just because of the variety of bands, bro.
Yeah.
Because you look at everyone could look at this great package, like for example, uh, you know, um, Calibre, Corona del Rey, Carnaval, great package, right? And then in the norteño sax world, you look at the Chicago weekend, and you're gonna have Brio Norteño at one spot, and then you're gonna have Freud Cumbre, La Nueva Onda at another spot, and it's and I'm missing somebody else that's coming too from
I believe there's another norteño sax too, but I don't
from the
remember.
West Coast, and you see the movement of the genre, and you're like, holy shit! And those guys, and you still have all the other fucking heavy hitters, the Primaveras, the Rieleros, Huracanes, and it's kind of almost never. Oh, Peña Blanca's coming soon too.
Oh,
Like you
yeah.
just have all these bands that are like also taking that risk, right, as a musician, because the genre has grown enough to take that risk as well. I think.
Yeah.
So you're hitting
absolutely.
it at the perfect time, man.
Ya, como que, I don't know, como que las cosas se acomodaron para yo llegar a donde estoy ahorita, because antes de Decibel estuve con Brigada por 3 años,
Mm.
y cuando yo entré con ellos, it was still not really, I mean, el norteño con sax siempre se ha escuchado,
Yeah.
nunca ha caído like whatever muy abajo, pero no estaba el movimiento como right
It's always
now.
been there, but now it's at a more
Sí,
elevated.
exactly.
Here in Chicago.
So,
and everywhere.
so por ese that time that I was with them fue que llegué a donde estoy right now, because if I hadn't been with them for 3 years, I probably wouldn't have made a
When it
band
started the project of the
de norteño
yeah.
sax, So, yeah, las cosas ahorita se acomodaron.
Yeah, that's
Al
great.
putazo.
Al puro pinche madrazo, bro.
Yeah,
Y te queda muy bien el pinche género.
thank you.
Um,
Appreciate it.
Muchas felicidades con Decibel,
Shout out all the guys.
yeah, shout out all the guys, man. If you want to name them right now, drop.
Sammy,
Oh yeah,
Willie, Juanito y el compa Yeshua, our newest guy.
okay.
Yeah,
The new edition,
yeah, and obviously our manager.
of course.
Oh yeah.
Y ya, puro para adelante. Si Dios quiere.
Before we wrap it up, man, I do want to take advantage of your 22 years of experience and your life, not only your music, but your life struggles. And you have so many young musicians in your craft that look up to you. Is there anything that you would want them to hear coming from you, like any advice or any kind of comment for maybe a young musician that is struggling through hard times and whatnot?
One thing I can definitely say is don't waste too much time trying to please other people. O sea, no te quedes en un lugar por quedar bien. Like, si sientes que estás perdiendo tiempo, que las cosas no se están haciendo bien, move on to the next thing, o empieza tu propio proyecto, y trátalo como un negocio, como un trabajo, hay muchos músicos que no necesariamente se quieren dedicar a la música, pero lo hacen por hobby, por pasar el tiempo, por pistear el fin de semana, no sé, por lo que quieras. Pero si están serios con su música, si a eso se quieren dedicar, véanlo como un trabajo, respétenlo como un trabajo, hagan las cosas lo más profesionalmente que se pueda, y resultados va a haber, sin falla. Mientras tú le des ese respeto, you're gonna see results.
It's always going to give it back to you.
Yeah.
You still practice?
I practice with the band. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ahorita, it's been a while that I sat down and practiced on my own.
Yeah.
Because of we have two babies.
Correct.
So les dedico todo mi tiempo a la familia. And then sí tenemos nuestro espacio con el grupo para ensayar temas nuevos. Y and maybe I'll take 15, 20 minutes before the guys get there to just kind of fast,
Yeah.
you know.
But your
Pero
band practices though. I
Sí.
mean, you're still with that.
sí, todavía ensayamos, sí. No cada semana como quisiéramos,
Right.
siempre hay,
Algo.
siempre
Vida.
somos 6 personas en el grupo, so siempre hay alguien que, y está bien, se vale, because everybody has a personal life, pero mientras se pueda, tratamos de,
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. I imagine back in the day you were practicing your ass off pretty much.
Sí, cuando empezaba, sí, o sea, yo me le pegué al bajo sexto. I wanted to be better than okay,
Better than okay.
So, y pues cuando empecé, I had, tenía, ¿cómo se dice? Grandes influencias,
Hmm?
o gente que yo admiraba, como los de Reino Norteño, los cazadores ya andaban en friega. Y yo cuando los vi a ellos, yo era nuevo para ese mundo, When I saw them playing, when I started being in the scene, I was new. I was like, what the hell?
Like you didn't know that existed even.
Where did these kids, because todos eran kids,
Right.
¿De dónde salieron y cómo aprendieron a tocar así, I was still not in the norteño, So I wanted to be as good as them real fast. So me le pegué, I was like, I'm going to learn this shit, I want to play with them. So yeah.
That's fucking badass.
Yeah.
Just because I figured you're de la vieja escuela y pinche ensayo, and I keep trying to preach, when you're young, the thing you have the most is time and shit.
Yeah, no,
And
absolutely,
you have to take
man.
full advantage of that. So yeah.
Yeah. Sí, antes no había que YouTube y que todo eso y que slow it down. El otro día somebody showed me, how to slow it down, and I was like, I didn't even know you could do that.
Yeah, bro.
It's like estás viendo cómo le hacen, estás escuchando cómo se oye todo en slow motion. Si no te sale así, entonces quítate de la música,
Bro, I remember back in the day, I sing El Amo. You know that corrido El Amo?
El amo.
Chingue ese pedacito,
Cántamela.
compa.
Pa' acá la chica no me acuerdo ahorita. El pedo es que en El Amo, there's a part where he mentions the detective's last name, El Coyote, and I couldn't understand it, way. So there was no fucking let me get the lyrics from the internet shit, and even the internet at that time had it wrong too.
So you made up a
You
last
couldn't
name.
understand Coyote's thick ass fucking neck. He can't even breathe, and he's fucking something like. I mean, listen to El Amo, bro. I mean, that's how it was back in the day. Estabas cantando mentiras, güey. Like, quién sabe qué vergas dijo ahí, pero sounds like
Yeah,
this. and
that's
shit.
actually true. Eso me ha pasado varias veces con canciones viejitas que yo cantaba.
Right.
Que, like, now you could see the lyrics, or you could, I don't know. De repente me ha caído el 20, like, this is what it says.
Yes.
And I've been saying this.
Yes.
20 years later.
For this long, I'm like, what?
It's like
That's
when,
crazy. Yeah.
even like on TikTok, they do the whole that Acereje song, Acereje, la SketchUp, and they broke down like what it really says, and everyone was like, "Holy shit! All this time we just been fucking."
It's that English song, right?
Sorry, I'm not.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
not
yeah,
on
it is that
TikTok.
English song.
The English.
Oh, you're not
¿Cómo se
TikTok,
llama?
sorry.
It's for the young people.
Yeah, you're like, hey, I'm an adult.
I'm an adult.
I'm not on TikTok.
Come on. You fucking be doing dances and shit.
Yeah.
Follow my compa on TikTok.
Follow
He's
me on
fucking
TikTok. Carlos Viejon, AMG. Go check it out.
Doing dances.
Follow
and
me on
all.
my journey.
To the top.
Yeah, there you go. Any special shout outs, bro, before we wrap
Man, I
things
want
up?
to send that, que me disculpen primeramente, if I leave anybody out, But I'm very grateful to all the people that I've um, jammed out with throughout my, musical career. Todos los grupos, desde Tierna Imagen, Balazo, La Ley del Norte, even Grupo Rival. Um, I was with La Lección for a little while también.
That was Angel, right?
Yeah, with
Yeah.
Angel. And Brigada, los guys de Brigada también. I appreciate every opportunity, If it didn't work out, no fue necesariamente porque nos caímos gordos o nos peleamos o, simplemente cada quien maneja su negocio de distintas maneras, como quieran y no siempre, it's going to work for everybody,
Right.
So my respects to everybody, to my brother, always, because trabajé muchos años con él. Y to my wife, to my suegros that help us, nos ayudan mucho with our children when we're working.
Mhm.
So un saludo para everybody.
Bro,
Para ustedes, gracias a todos.
No, well, I appreciate it, for, I don't know you at all, like that. And for you even to take the time to come sit down with us and tell us a bit of your story, we greatly appreciate it, bro.
It's an honor for me, man.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm very blessed to be here, sharing a little bit of me and my story,
right.
Who am I?
Yeah. Well, that's the beautiful thing about it, bro, right? I think that's what we said that last time. Like, everyone at the end of the day has a great story behind it, And especially in the music, I mean, musicians can relate to a lot of this stuff.
Yeah.
So on my behalf, bro, thank you. We had a great time.
Thank you.
I hope that this resonates in, what I always try to push to the younger musicians and to the people in general, just life struggles and shit like that. And congrats, man.
Thank you.
You fucking look fucking awesome. You sound awesome. Have a great
Appreciate
band.
it.
Congrats.
Gracias.
Mis compas, les encargamos el canal. Go subscribe. Thank you to everybody that joined us. Para mi compa José Cermeño on the sound. You're the shit. JC. You already know, G. JC. Ahí estamos para la próxima, La Pura Positiva. Read a book, man.
Ding dong ding dong dong.